The crypto market is often described as a place of innovation, a place of technology, a place of opportunity, but if you watch long enough, you begin to notice something else. The market moves in strange patterns. Prices rise suddenly, crowds rush in, excitement grows, and then, just as quickly, everything collapses. New investors arrive full of hope, yet many of them leave with the same story. They bought at the top, they sold at the bottom, and they wonder how it happened. At first glance, it looks like bad luck, but if you observe carefully, the crypto market reveals something deeper. It reflects human nature. Every trade contains a decision. Every decision contains an emotion: fear, hope, impatience, and sometimes greed. In the world of crypto, greed has a strange way of returning to the trader, who carries it almost like karma. Many people enter the crypto market believing the same story. They believe the goal is simple: buy low, sell high. If only it were that easy. The internet is filled with promises, charts predicting massive gains, stories of overnight millionaires, videos showing how someone turned a few $100 into a fortune. These stories create a powerful illusion. They make the market appear like a fast-moving river of money, and all you have to do is jump in and grab your share. But the truth is quieter. The crypto market is not just a financial system, it is a psychological mirror. It reflects the emotions of millions of people, all acting at the same time. Hope pushes prices upward, fear pulls them downward, and greed often pushes people to act at exactly the wrong moment. The market does not punish greed immediately. In fact, sometimes it rewards it at first. A trader buys a coin that suddenly doubles. They feel brilliant, then it triples. Now they feel unstoppable. But something begins to change. Their expectations grow faster than reality. 20% gain no longer feels exciting. They want more. 50% gain feels ordinary. They want more. Soon, they are no longer investing, they are chasing, and the market has a strange way of responding to that chase. There is a moment that many traders remember clearly. It usually happens near the peak of a bull market. Prices are rising every day. Social media is filled with celebration. Friends who never cared about crypto are suddenly asking what to buy. And everywhere you look, people are making money. At least, that is how it appears in these moments. Greed does something subtle. It changes how people see risk. Coins that once looked dangerous suddenly look exciting. Projects that once seemed questionable now appear early opportunities. The mind begins to justify everything. Maybe this time it's different. Maybe this coin will go even higher. Maybe I should buy more. And so people buy, not because they studied the project, not because they believe in the technology, but because they are afraid of missing the next move. Ironically, this is often the exact moment the market begins to turn. Not because the market is cruel, but because markets move according to crowd behavior. When everyone wants to buy, there are very few buyers left, and when the buyers disappear, prices begin to fall. Slowly at first, then suddenly, the same excitement that pushed prices up now turns into panic. Greedy traders who bought near the top begin to feel trapped. They hold, hoping the market will recover, but fear spreads faster than hope, and soon many of them sell, right near the bottom. The market did not punish them, it simply reflected their emotions back to them. If you study the history of markets, not just crypto, but stocks, real estate, and even commodities, you will notice the same cycle, repeating. Excitement, greed, euphoria, then confusion, then fear, then regret. This cycle has repeated for centuries. The technology changes, but human behavior does not. Greed is not always loud. Sometimes it appears quietly. A trader tells themselves they will sell when the price doubles. But when the price doubles, they wait for it to triple. When it triples, they wait for it to quadruple. Each step feels logical, yet each step moves them further away from discipline. Eventually, the market corrects and the opportunity disappears. What looked like intelligence was actually something simpler. Attachment. The desire for just a little more. This is the karma of greed in the crypto market. It does not arrive as punishment, it arrives as consequence. Greed removes patience. Greed removes caution. And without those two qualities, investing becomes gambling. But the market also teaches another lesson, a quieter one. If you look at long-term investors, the ones who survive many cycles, you will notice something unusual. They rarely appear during moments of excitement. They are not chasing the newest coin. They are not celebrating every price spike. Instead, they behave differently. They wait, they study, they accept that markets move in cycles. These investors understand something that beginners often miss. The market rewards patience more consistently than intelligence. Patience allows you to observe when others are rushing. Patience allows you to buy when fear dominates the crowd. And patience allows you to sell gradually when excitement becomes overwhelming. This mindset is difficult because it goes against human instinct. Our minds want certainty. Our emotions want action. But the most powerful investors often appear inactive. They wait while others rush. They stay calm while others panic. And over time, this calm approach compounds. Not dramatically. Not overnight, but steadily. The opposite of greed is not caution, it is discipline. Successful investors slowly develop a different relationship with the market. They stop asking one question: how much money can I make? Instead, they begin asking another: how can I avoid losing money because of my emotions? This small shift changes everything, because the greatest losses rarely come from bad technology, that come from bad timing driven by emotion. Greed tells you to buy quickly. Discipline tells you to think slowly. Greed tells you that opportunity will disappear. Discipline reminds you that opportunities always return. Greed says everyone else is winning. Discipline asks, is this decision rational? The market rewards those who ask the second question, not immediately but eventually. In many ways, the crypto market acts like a teacher, a strict teacher, one that rarely explains the lesson before the test. Instead, it allows people to experience the consequences of their decisions. Greed leads to overconfidence. Overconfidence leads to risk. Risk leads to loss. But the lesson hidden inside that loss can be valuable, because traders who learn from it often return with a new mindset, that they begin to understand that markets are not enemies. Markets are mirrors. They reflect our behavior. They amplify our impulses, and over time, they reveal our weaknesses. The traders who survive are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who learn from the feedback. So the next time you watch the crypto market rising rapidly, pause for a moment, look at the excitement, look at the headlines, look at the voices promising endless gains, then ask yourself a quiet question: is this opportunity driven by logic or by greed? Because the market has a long memory. And emotions often return to us in unexpected ways. In the world of crypto, every decision plants a seed. Patience plants stability, discipline plants consistency, but greed often plants something else, a lesson. Sometimes an expensive one. And that is the strange truth about the crypto market. It does not simply reward intelligence, it rewards character. If you found this reflection helpful, consider subscribing to Crypto Karma, because in this market, understanding human behavior may be the most valuable investment of all.